know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Welcome back to the SweetPeaDiaries. It's your girl SweetPea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the SweetPeaDiaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, you guys, please let me know if you can hear. We have a new microphone. Y'all know that I'm always trying to improve on my sound and my, visuals. So please let me know, how does it sound? Is it low? Is it high? Is it too loud? Let me know. Is it okay? Can you hear? Please let me know. And while you are getting that together in your mind, we have a sponsor that we would like to thank for sponsoring tonight's video. Finding your best skin is something many of us struggle with, but it does not have to be like that anymore thanks to Ano Acne Treatment. Ready to fight any skincare emergency. When it comes to tackling acne breakouts and severe acne scar removal, Ano is the best. Their products are sulfate and alcohol free, made with 100% natural compounds. Their website also contains a wealth of skincare knowledge, so head on over there today by clicking the link in the description box below. All SweetPeaDiaries viewers can enjoy 25% off as well as an additional 20% off by using our discount code below. Discover Ano Acne Treatment today. I'm on mute. Okay, thanks. You are on mute. Thank you, Jack. Okay, who we got? We got Together We Break Chains. We got CR22, Canada to Thailand, Maya, Sun Goddess, Monica Reyna, my moderator, Venetia, Hope, Veronica Davison, Jack the Voice, Sassy. You guys, thank you so much. Veronica Davison, thank you so much. You guys should be able to hear it now. It should be good now. Should be good now. Okay. Hi, S. Collins. You guys should be loud and clear now. Okay. I know that we have a delay in the comments and, between what's live and what's going on over here. Hey, Scorpio, baby. So you guys should be able to hear now. And please let me know, if you guys can hear, so that we can, yep. Okay, thanks, Jack. All right, so y'all know that the Kardashians are down there being sued by Blac Chyna. All right, this stems from a lawsuit that Chyna filed back in 2017, and they are just now finally having their day in court. Okay, so of course your girl, it wouldn't be SweetPeaDiaries if I did not have the court documents and if we did not go over what is given. But before we do that, we would just like to issue this brief statement. We are not attorneys, paralegals, we are not legal professionals. We simply go over the court documents and we use our common sense. Okay, now the Kardashians are being sued by Blac Chyna, and they started off with this trial last week. The Kardashians and Blac Chyna are squaring off in court this month to determine whether the reality TV family defamed the model and conspired to ruin her career by having her spinoff, Rob and Chyna, canceled. The trial, which is expected to last about a week, stems from Chyna's $100 million lawsuit that she filed back in 2017 that accused the Kardashians of defamation and contract interference. Now, Chyna, whose legal name is Angela White, was previously engaged to reality star Rob Kardashian, with whom she shares a 5-year-old daughter named Dream. Now, jury selection in the case began last Monday in Los Angeles, where potential jurors aired their grievances about the Kardashians and the brand of reality TV that they represent. 8 male and 8 female jurors, including 4 alternates, were selected to hear the case during a trial presided over by Superior Court Judge Gregory W. Alracan. Now, the courtroom drama began right away. Before opening statements Tuesday, Blac Chyna's mother, Shalana Hunter, who we also know as Tokyo Toni, was ejected from the courtroom for making threatening remarks about the case. Now, the family and the judge, in an Instagram live after jury selection began on Monday, this is where I guess she did all this at, honey. And they said, you got to get out. Now, Chyna testified on Wednesday and Thursday. And Kris Jenner, she also testified on Thursday. Now, during her second day of testimony, Kris Jenner said that she did not have any influence over E's decision to ditch Season 2 of Rob and Chyna. She did allege, however, that Chyna tried to murder her son by allegedly putting a gun to his head during a December 2016 fight. She said, "I was told she put a gun to his head and she was drinking. I can't imagine how that must feel to have a gun pointed at your head." Now, Kris said things took a turn for the worse that night when Rob was allegedly assaulted by Blac Chyna at Kylie Jenner's Hidden Hills home. Chyna was alleged to have pointed a gun at him, choked him with a phone cord, hit him with a metal pole, and ripped open his shirt. Chyna defended herself from the allegation by saying she was joking by using the gun. Chyna testified that Rob owned the gun and that she took it from a dresser. Although she said it was unloaded, she did not say if she did point it at Rob. She admitted that she handled the weapon, but claimed she was being silly while on FaceTime with some of Rob's friends, and that no one was alarmed by her actions with the weapon. Chyna also implied she did not want to harm Rob with the phone cord, which she says she jokingly placed around his neck. But Kris insisted on the stand that this was not a joke. Now, Blac Chyna's attorney said that Kris Jenner messaged E! Network executives and producers following the incident, saying that they should ditch the bitch and call Chyna stupid and ghetto. Now, television producer Jeff Jenkins, who was one of the original EPs on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, testified that he wasn't surprised that E pulled the plug because Rob and Chyna were starting to be very difficult, and it was difficult to shoot a show when Rob and Chyna didn't even want to talk to each other. They were just disgusted with each other, he said. It was hard to get them in the same room, let alone to live together. Now, Jenkins said that the first season of the show had relatively solid ratings for E at the time. Producers tried to get Rob and Chyna to reconcile and even offered to provide a therapist who would visit them in their house. He said Chyna refused, and he left the conversation thinking that the show would be over. The premise is two people living together in love, he said, not fighting. Now, Kris Jenner returned to the stand after Jenkins' testimony Friday morning and was asked about a letter that Rob Kardashian sent to her and all of her daughters, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie. In the letter, which was sent on January 11, 2017, a few weeks after the fight with Chyna, Rob asked his mother and sisters to let season 2 move forward. Kris Jenner said during her testimony that she didn't think that Rob wrote the letter himself, saying he never writes her letters and that it doesn't sound like his voice. She said, "I think he allowed the letter to be sent. I just don't think he wrote it." Kris said this on the stand, and she added that at the time, the couple's relationship was fine one day and then not the next. It is unclear how such a letter in January 2017 jibes with the Kardashian with their narrative that the two split in December of 2016. Now, Jenner was also asked why her daughters, Khloe and Kylie, sent a letter to E demanding that season 2 of Rob and Chyna be canceled. But Kris Jenner said that there wasn't anything to cancel because there wasn't a season 2 yet. They had an opinion that they had an option that they didn't exercise. There's nothing to be canceled, she said. So really what she's saying here is that how could we cancel a season that hadn't even started yet? Like, we hadn't even greenlit. So how could we send any letters stating that it should be canceled when it wasn't greenlit? Jenner told jurors both Thursday and Friday that she never considered calling the police about Chyna's alleged threats against Kylie Jenner. "We just kept it internal within the family because we really wanted to take care of it ourselves," Kris said on the stand. Now, Chyna maintains she did not harm Rob, but admits damaging a television owned by Kylie and 2 gingerbread house decorations. Now, when on the stand, Blac Chyna agreed that the second season of Rob and Chyna could not proceed after she obtained a temporary restraining order against Rob in July of 2017. She contends that Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, and Kylie Jenner lied in alleging that Chyna assaulted Rob when speaking to the E! Network executives in order to prevent Chyna from booking a second season of Rob and Chyna. During the second day of testimony for Chyna, all defendants but Kylie Jenner were present in court. Now, asked by defense attorney whether network executives were prevented from proceeding with another season of Rob and Chyna, given that the court order, among other things, directed Rob to stay away from Chyna at least 100 yards, Chyna answered, yes, that is true. Yes, we did have a court order, so that kind of did prevent them from proceeding with another season because there was a court order. Now, the Kardashian lawyer maintained, and Chyna disputed, that she willingly accepted $100,000 to allow the second season of Rob and Chyna to be terminated, even after filming had begun. On Thursday, she said that although her signature was on the document, she did not put it there. She said, "I would never sign for $100,000 to kill my #1 show. That's my signature, but I didn't sign it." So, honey, they're alleging that she was offered and given $100,000, which she accepted, to allow second season of Rob and Chyna to be terminated, even after filming had begun. And she said, yeah, that's my signature, but I didn't sign it. Now, Chyna said that despite clashes with Rob during their relationship, the peaks and valleys of their time together made their internal drama ideal for a second season of the reality show. She said, that's what made the show so good. We were being authentic and not being fake. Chyna said her contract for the 2016 reality show paid her $92,500 for each of the 6 episodes, and that her son King was also paid for appearing. She said she and Rob celebrated when they found out that the way was cleared for a second season of the show, although defense attorney Michael Rhodes said during opening statements that the approval was only preliminary. Now, Kim Kardashian, she was sitting in the front row of the courtroom with her mother and 2 sisters, and she was taking notes on a yellow legal pad while listening to Chyna's testimony. Now, asked by the Kardashians' attorney about her deposition testimony, in which she appeared to minimize any actions that Kris Jenner and her 3 co-defendant daughters had on her career, Chyna maintained that she meant that the 4 did nothing outwardly hostile. She said, "Everything to my face was all good. I know now what they did to me behind my back." She said the many unflattering social media portrayals of her impacted her business opportunities, but that the Kardashians and Jenners really didn't have nothing to do with those attacks. Chyna says she still has some contact with Rob, such as when he suggested within the last 2 weeks that their daughter Dream, who is now 5, appear in an Amazon commercial with Kris Jenner, with $50,000 to be deposited in an account for her daughter. So, she's saying, yeah, me and Rob, we communicate about our daughter. She was going to do a commercial with Kris, an Amazon commercial, and they was going to pay her $50,000 and put it in an account. And me and Rob, we talked about this. Now, asked by the Kardashians' attorney about the appearance of suing Kris Jenner at the same time that she is trying to help her granddaughter with her financial future, Chyna replied, "Yeah, that's a nice thing to do for her granddaughter." So the attorney was trying to say, so you're going to sue the grandmother of your child, and she's helping her with her financial future, and you're going to sue her while she's doing this? And Chyna's like, okay, well, that's her grandma. She's supposed to do these things. So what is the Kardashians' defense? Now, in opening statements, the Kardashian and Jenner's defense attorney, Michael G. Rhodes, argued that Chyna badly wanted the fame that the global superstars have. He said, "The evidence is going to show you that Miss White would say or do anything to be part of this family," he said, and suggested that Chyna's lawsuit is a publicity stunt meant to enhance her own celebrity. In court on Wednesday, he continued his argument that the alleged assault led to the couple's breakup, and that's why producers canceled Rob and Chyna. Not because of the family's influence, but because the show was about their relationship. There is no Rob and Chyna show if there is no Rob and Chyna, he said. Now, what do you guys think in the comments? You guys let me know. Do you think that the Kardashians use their influence to get this show canceled? What do you think about that? Do you believe that Blac Chyna pulled a pistol on Rob? Child, they said not the pistol, okay? She pulled a pistol and allegedly tried to choke him with some type of cord. I mean, I do know that Blac Chyna, she does have, allegedly, she does have some anger issues and whatnot. And I do know that the blogs have captured her in a not so good light. So I don't know. Do we think that she was down there, tripping on Rob, and that's what led to the show being canceled? I mean, I can go with that. If there is no Rob and Chyna, there is no show. But I also can go with what she's saying. If there's a lot of drama, and if they're fighting, and if all of this is happening, that would make for good reality TV, because that's what people want to see. So, honey, what y'all think? Do y'all think that Chyna pulled a pistol on Rob? Chyna down there pop. Now y'all know Chyna and her mama, they from Baltimore, honey. They get buck. Okay? So you let me know, because Kris says she is ghetto. Okay? Ditch the bitch. Okay? She is ghetto. Ratchet, ghetto. All right? And what do you think about Kris calling her ghetto? I was listening to other bloggers and listening to other people talk about this, and they were giving, that it kind of seems a little racist coming from coming from Kris, that she would call her that. So what do you guys think? Hi, Saki. I see you, girl. Y'all going over there and subscribe to Saki Speak Easy. Okay? She will make you feel easy. You can go on over there and have a drink. Pull up and have a drink. CR22 says she took a $100,000 kill fee. Maya says, yeah, she pulled that pistol. Trick Mom said, hell yeah, I think she pulled a pistol on him. Okay. Well, we have the court documents. We actually have the original documents that were filed back in 2017. We're going to go over, because originally this was actually a lawsuit that accused Rob of revenge porn, domestic violence, harassment, and different things like that. And I know that they separated those things, and that is going to be tried separately. So basically what they're in court right now for, which is why you don't see Rob. Rob is not in court because he's not being sued for his portion of this lawsuit. The Kardashians are being sued for her saying that they, basically had the show canceled prematurely, and that they are, affecting her bag, that they trying to take her bag. Hey, Red Label, they trying to take her bag from her. So that's what she's suing, and that's the part that's being heard in court right now. So originally, when this lawsuit was filed, this is what it was given. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, we have documents as well that have actually show what has been going on in court and in the courts prior to this trial. They actually have been trying to file sanctions against Blac Chyna for not turning in her motion and turning in evidence and turning in her interrogatories, answers to interrogatories. They filed motion to compels against her. She's late with turning in paperwork and such. So they actually asked the court to file a $1,250 sanction against her back in 2019. So we have that paperwork as well. And we also have Rob's response to the revenge porn. And we have the exhibit list, what is going to be entered in and shown as evidence in the trial. So we'll try to keep up with what's going on day to day. And we'll try to provide you with the court documents and, whatever we can provide. Hey, astute Queen Bee. And whatever we can provide and whatever is available. Okay, so let's just get right into these documents and let's see what Blac Chyna had done said that Rob was doing. Okay, now let me make these a little bigger. So we know that she has attorney Lisa Bloom. The Bloom firm is representing Blac Chyna. This was filed in the Superior Court of California back in October of 2017. Now, I'm going to issue a trigger statement. I'm going to issue a warning. And I want you to listen to me clear. Okay? I'm going to issue this warning. This is a court document reading session. All right. This is going to be a long video. This is going to be a lot of reading. So if you are not into that type of material, you can go ahead and check out now. We gave you the rundown of what's going on in court. But if you do not want to hear all of this reading that I'm getting ready to do and breaking down of things and explaining legal documents, go ahead and exit. Watch something else. Look in on your mental health, because I don't want you to be, getting upset like Sweet Pea, you're doing too much talking. This is too much goddamn reading. Okay, because we getting ready to read. All right. Okay. I'm so sick of my camera. I'm sick of this damn camera. Okay. It's not really the camera. It's actually the freaking lights. That's really what it is. It's the freaking lights. So just, Try to pay that no mind. But you ain't going to see that because we getting ready to throw down with these court documents. Okay, so she sued Rob, Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie. Now, the complaint is for assault, battery, distribution of private materials, domestic violence, harassment, intrusion into private affairs, false light, disclosure of private facts, defamation, interference with contractual relations, interference with prospective economic relations. Now, what is being heard now, what is separate from the Rob and Chyna situation? The assault, battery, distribution of private materials, domestic violence, harassment, intrusion into private affairs. Those things are out the door, okay? The defamation, interference with contractual relations, interference, prospective economic relations, false light, those are the things that Blac Chyna is going to be suing for. That's what she's suing for right now. She's suing Kim, Khloe, Kylie, Kendall, and those. That's what she's suing them for. Well, Noonie, if I need help reading, you don't have to watch if you feel as though I'm not able to read it. Or if you're asking if I need help, no, I think I'll be okay. But if you don't like the way I'm reading, or if it doesn't sound good to you, you don't have to watch the video. Okay? All right. Now, plaintiff Angela White, aka Blac Chyna, by and through undersigned counsel, the Bloom firm, brings this complaint against defendants Rob Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Kimberly Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Kendall, Kylie Kardashian, and hereby alleges the follows, okay? Now, she alleges that Rob Kardashian is an abuser intent on destroying Angela White, the mother of his baby, who left him in 2016. In revenge, the Kardashian-Jenner family became media predators, slut-shaming Angela on her social media and killing her hit television show, which had already begun filming a second season. After Miss White obtained July 2017 court orders finding that Rob Kardashian's revenge porn rant was a form of domestic abuse, and knowing that Miss White was intent on standing up for her rights, Rob Kardashian and Kylie Jenner hastily filed this lawsuit, which attempts to shame her for having worked in the past as a stripper, a legal profession peopled by actual human beings as deserving of respect as their famous sisters who perform in sex tapes and pose naked, having this baby little dream whose Miss White could not possibly love more, and who Miss White, despite her many powers, did not conceive by herself, damaging a gingerbread house, really a gingerbread house, and most of all, having the courage to leave him, a Kardashian who could not no longer tolerate his harassment. The unwritten rule no one told Miss White was when she embarked on a relationship with Mr. Kardashian was that his entire family takes it personally if you leave and will come after you using their fame, wealth, and power to take you down. Excuse me, can you please block Noonie? She's not going to be calling me a heifer, okay? Yes, I was asking heifer. Noonie, please block Noonie. We don't need that type of talk. Okay, they will get your television show canceled. They will go after your endorsement deals. They will condone slut shaming of you. They will spread lies about you. They will claim you are a bad mother without evidence. They will even fund a lawsuit about crumbled cookies to get revenge on you for leaving a Kardashian. Rob Kardashian and his powerful, vindictive family have done enough damage to Miss White's career and professional reputation, which she single-handedly built from scratch without the help of a famous last name. This lawsuit seeks to hold them accountable. Now, who are the parties being sued? Who are the parties in this lawsuit? The plaintiff is Angela White, Blac Chyna. Angela White is a California citizen who currently lives in Los Angeles, California. Miss White is an actress, reality television personality, a business owner, model, and social media influencer. In addition to being a mother, starring in music videos and modeling for magazines, Miss White owns an eyelash and beauty salon in Encino, California called Lashed, and a beauty product line by the same name. Miss White also owns 88 Finn, a women's clothing line she established in 2013. Now, defendant Rob Kardashian Jr., aka Rob Kardashian, is a California citizen who currently resides and does business in Los Angeles, California. He is best known for appearing on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, his family's hit reality TV show on the E! Network. Now, another defendant is Kris Jenner. She is Rob Kardashian's mother and manager. Defendant Kris Jenner is a California citizen who currently resides, owns property, and does business in Los Angeles. Defendant Kris Jenner is best known for starring alongside with her family on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She also owns and operates Jenner Communications, which is located in Los Angeles. Defendant Kimberly Kardashian, also known as Kim Kardashian or Kim Kardashian West, is Rob Kardashian's sister. Defendant Kim Kardashian is an individual who is a California citizen who currently resides, owns property, and does business in Los Angeles. Defendant Kim Kardashian is a reality TV personality, a socialite, an actress, a businesswoman, and a model. She is best known for starring alongside with her family on the E! Network's Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Khloe Kardashian is also Rob's sister. She is an individual who is a California citizen and currently resides, owns property, and does business in Los Angeles. Child, these goddamn Kardashians. Khloe, they said she's a reality TV personality. She's also a socialite. She's a model and a businesswoman who is best known for starring alongside her family on the E! Network's Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And Kourtney, she's also Rob's sister, coming in as the oldest sister. She currently resides, owns property, and does business in Los Angeles, California. Defendant Kourtney Kardashian is a reality TV personality. She's another socialite. She's a businesswoman and a model who's best known for starring alongside with her family on the E! Network's Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kendall Jenner is also Rob's younger half-sister. Now, Kendall is a California citizen who also owns property and does business in Los Angeles, and she also lives there. Kendall is a reality TV personality. She's another socialite, a businesswoman, and a model, and she's also best known for starring alongside her family on E! Network's Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And then we have little Kylie. She's also Rob's younger half-sister, and she's a California citizen who currently resides and owns property and does business in Los Angeles. Well, what do you know? And Kendall Jenner is also a reality television personality. Now, honey, they got tired of, she was copy and pasting, honey, and she said Kendall. Now, honey, this is Kylie. You got them confused because you was copy and pasting. I get it, Lisa. But they said that Kylie is a socialite as well. She's a businesswoman and a model, and she is best known for starring alongside with her family on E! Network's Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now, where is this jurisdiction and venue? Child, this court has personal jurisdiction over all of these defendants. Rob, Kris, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, Kylie, because each of the defendants reside, do business, and own property in the state of California. Venue is proper in Los Angeles County because defendants reside and they do business in this county. All right. Now, statement of facts. Blac Chyna, a public persona. Angela White is and has always been an independent, self-sufficient woman. Unlike Rob Kardashian, Miss White comes from working class background, does not have a wealthy family to rely on, and has always worked for a living. In fact, Miss White first began working when she was 16 years old. When she turned 18, Miss White began performing as an exotic dancer to save money for college. 2 years later, Miss White moved to Miami to attend Johnson & Wales University, where she took classes during the day and performed at the King of Diamonds strip club at night. From there, her modeling career took off, and in 2011, Miss White was deemed Model of the Year at the Urban Model Awards. It was also around this time that Miss White began featuring in music videos and getting her name mentioned in songs by hit makers such as Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, and Drake. Now, in 2013, Miss White graduated from JLS Professional Makeup Artist School. Later that year, Miss White launched her clothing line, 88 Fin, and her cosmetic line, Lashed, by Blac Chyna. In 2014, Miss White opened her Lashed Beauty Salon, which offers various beauty services and makeup lessons. Now, Miss White created the public persona Blac Chyna and has been successful in her own right as an entertainer, social media influencer, and entrepreneur long before she met Rob Kardashian. Now, her relationship with Rob. How'd that go? Miss White embarked on a romantic relationship with Rob Kardashian in around January 2016. And shortly thereafter, their relationship became the target of tabloid media fodder. Despite the fact that Miss White and Rob's older sister, Kim Kardashian, were once close friends, Rob's famous family instantly disapproved of the new relationship. In or around April 2016, the couple became engaged and shortly thereafter announced Miss White was pregnant with their first child in May of 2016. On November 10, 2016, the couple welcomed their daughter, Dream Renee Kardashian, to the world. In or around December 2016, Miss White split from Rob Kardashian because of his abuse, and she and her children, she has a son, King, from a prior relationship, moved out of the Calabasas home she briefly shared with Rob Kardashian. Now, on or around December 17, 2016, Rob took to social media in an application called Snapchat to confirm their breakup to the world and said, "Chyna left me." Now, this is where they get into December 2016, the social media hacking. Rob Kardashian has stolen Miss White's phone in the past. Now, in fact, in December 2016, Rob took it one step further and he hacked into Miss White's Instagram account to publicly shame her in retaliation for leaving him. During their relationship, Rob was often jealous and insecure, so he would regularly go through Miss White's phone to see who she was contacting and what she was saying to them. Specifically, in or around December 2016, Rob Kardashian stole Miss White's phone and impersonated Miss White on her own Instagram page. While impersonating Miss White on her Instagram page, Rob made it seem like she was cheating on him by posting fake conversations with her famous men and made it seem as though Miss White was speaking negatively about him. Now, at the time of their breakup, Miss White and Rob were living in a home owned by his younger sister, Kylie Jenner. In one of his many posts from Miss White's account, Mr. Kardashian posted a screenshot of a private conversation Miss White and her friend Jaden Smith with a caption that read, "Chyna and Jaden talking," followed by Chyna giving Jaden her old 610 number. Now, this is Sire Smith. We all know that is Will and Jada's son. And this was a text message on one side, or DM, I should say, on one side, and then her comments on the other side, because he posted it and says he posted it to her account. Chyna and Jaden talking, followed by Chyna giving Jaden her old 610 number. Same number that she gave to Young Thug. See next post. And they said, "Good morning. I must admit, this Kylie took a shit is sus and emotionally strenuous. And I think we need to sit down with a glass of wine and talk about our feelings." In another post, Rob Kardashian posted an old photo of Miss White and said, "Next, I'm going to post my messages with my best friend, Treasure, talking about my plans with Rob." And so that's when He then posted a series of text messages between Miss White and her friend Treasure, in which Miss White appears to describe Rob as lazy, fat, and insecure. And you really can't see it. It's blurred. It's blurred out, child. Not the text messages, but he broke into her account and he did this. Woo! Now, Miss White eventually changed her Instagram handle so that she could respond to Rob's online attack on her own Instagram account. In her response, Miss White said, "I'm done. This entire year, I have done nothing but help Rob. It's so sad and pathetic how low he'd stoop to cover up his personal issues. Rob is mentally ill and refuses to seek help. He self-medicates, which makes it worse. I've done nothing but help and love him from the beginning. It's shy here. I got my own. I was doing swell before I got with him." Miss White even detailed some of the abuse Rob had forced her to endure during the relationship by saying, "He stressed me out my entire pregnancy, accusing me of cheating, going crazy on me with massive text blasts daily, being an absolute lunatic, and then covering it up with gifts. I was verbally abused every other day." And so this was the post. Now, domestic violence that occurred on April 8th of 2017. Rob Kardashian has not only been verbally abusive, but he has also been physically violent with Miss White in the past, even after their December 2016 breakup. On or around April 8, 2017, Rob Kardashian was angry with Miss White and was speaking poorly about her in front of Miss White's 4-year-old son, King. When Miss White told defendant Rob that he could not speak about her this way in front of her young son, he exclaimed, "I can say whatever the F I want." Miss White then used her phone to call King's father, Tyga, when Rob immediately grabbed the phone from her hand and violently knocked her to the ground, where she landed on her hands and knees. Rob is a large man of 6'2" and weighs 280 pounds, whereas Miss White is a petite woman of only 5'2". Accordingly, Rob easily knocked Miss White to the ground in just one fell swoop. Miss White was terrified and injured as a result of Rob knocking her to the ground. As a result, Miss White texted King's nanny and said, "Rob hit me, come quick." Miss White's 4-year-old son witnessed the defendant violently knock his mother to the ground. So here is the text message. She texted Jeannie, the nanny, at 1:29 on April 8th, Saturday. She says, "Rob hit me, please come." Well, no, she did it Saturday 11/8. I guess 1:29 was when she was screenshotting it. I don't know. "Rob hit me, please come." The nanny said, "What? I'm on my way." She said, "Yes, be calm. I'm getting an order Monday to stay away." She says, "Okay, I will. I'm on my way, okay? Are you okay?" Was on FaceTime with Chyna. After the nanny came and removed King from the violent situation, Miss White asked to borrow the nanny's phone so that she could document Rob Kardashian's abuse, as he had confiscated Miss White's phone. With the nanny's phone in hand, Miss White ran to the bedroom and immediately locked her door. However, Rob lost all control and tore the hinges off of Miss White's bedroom door. Miss White then retreated to the bathroom, hid in the bathroom closet, and locked the door. Now, this is a picture of the hinges of the door being torn off the hinge. Now, Rob then followed Miss White through the bedroom to the bathroom. It was then that Miss White began to record defendant's abuse by peering around the closet door and through the glass in the bathroom door. Miss White hid in the closet out of fear that he would break the glass bathroom door. In recording Rob through the closet door, she cracked open as shirtless Rob can be heard yelling, "Do you want your phone? You can record me all you want. I don't care." And so Exhibit 1 they have is of a video of him doing that. Now, Rob then went through Miss White's bedroom closet, ransacked it, and threw her belongings into total disarray. And this is a picture of the closet being in disarray. Child, this stuff is, I guess it is copied. I really hope down there to the court They got the colored version, honey, and the clear version, not the faxed black and white version that we got. Now, I know this was back in 2017, but honey, they got to do better. But this is a picture of the closet in disarray. Rob Kardashian's domestic abuse of Miss White on or around April 7, 2017 was a truly terrifying experience for Miss White. Miss White suffered pain and difficulty walking for days following the domestic dispute as a result of Rob violently knocking her to the ground. Now then we get into Rob's constant harassment. Rob has a long history of harassing Miss White by text, email, phone, and social media, dating way back to June of 2016, during their engagement when Miss White was pregnant with their daughter. In or around June 2016, Miss White called her ex-fiancé Tyga to discuss a matter regarding their son King. Upon learning that his pregnant fiancé called her son's father, Rob grew intensely jealous and accused Miss White of cheating on him with Tyga. At the time, Tyga was dating Rob's sister Kylie, and Miss White no longer had romantic feelings for him. Miss White loved Rob and was focused on growing her family with him. However, Rob never believed her and continued to accuse her of wanting to reconcile with Tyga, even during his July 5th, 2017 social media rant. Miss White first started telling Rob to seek the help of a professional therapist in or around June of 2016. However, at no point during their romantic relationship did Rob seek the help of a professional therapist. Despite the fact that Miss White split from Rob in or around December of 2016, defendant continued to relentlessly harass Miss White by text, email, phone, and social media. Rob Kardashian sent the following abusive text messages in May of 2017, months after the couple broke up. Now, during Rob Kardashian's harassing text messages, he said, "You want a dream to get back at Tyga? Well, you can have her. I'm gone for life." In the same text message, defendant repeatedly harassed Miss White because her ex-fiancé simply liked one of her photos on social media. So Rob basically accused Chyna of having Dream to make Tyga jealous. In or around February 2017, Miss White met daily with Jamel Davenport, who was supposed to be Rob's life coach, as documented on episodes of his family's show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. While Miss White worked on various exercises with Mr. Davenport, Rob regularly canceled appointments and ultimately failed to accept Mr. Davenport's help. Now, this is Chyna. Now he liking your pics. This is Chyna and Rob. Shit may be a game to you guys, but it ain't a game to me. You was my everything. I don't want to be a part of this game no more because it really is messing with me. You want a dream to get back at him. Well, you can have her. I'm gone for life. And she said, "Are you serious? I had bookings. What the F? Are you crazy?" He says, "You didn't have a booking in the same club as Tyga. Trust me, I know that much. And he liking your photo, embarrassing me on the blogs. You don't say that. You don't say thank you not once on social media for the car." It was not uncommon for Rob Kardashian to threaten to kill himself in a sick attempt to manipulate her. In another text message, Rob Kardashian said, "You think I'm playing, but I'm not. I don't have a purpose for nobody, not even you. I'm done and I'm gone." So here's a text message of him saying this to her. "You think I'm playing, but I'm not. I don't have a purpose for nobody, not even you. I'm done. I'm gone. I will kill myself just to show you how serious I was about you and all of this." And then she says back to him, "Your teeth are beautiful." And he says, "It's okay. Enjoy Vegas, have fun, and go get your family back. And hope that the man treats Dream with respect. Not the way he said to you when you were pregnant about our unborn baby. He over there liking your pics so you and him can get media attention. You all being at the..." Child. And then in another harassing text, Rob said, "So don't worry, I'm gone for good. On Dream's life, I'll be dead and you won't get a single text from me again. In response, Ms. White merely said, "Stop, boy," as she typically kept her responses few and far between so as not to provoke further harassment from Rob Kardashian. Rob again threatened to take his own life when talking about a pair of Nikes that Miss White gifted to him on his birthday and said, "It's cool. I'm not tripping on some Nikes. It's just the point of how little you care about me, which is why I'm going to be gone from your life very soon." Rob even doubled down on his threat in the same text thread and said, "Trust me, I'm about to be gone from life." So here's the damn text. "You must not know me. It's cool. I'm not tripping on some Nikes. It's just the point of how little you care about me, which is why I'm going to be gone from your life very soon. Even though I've been gone, I was gone the entire pregnancy. You got pregnant the first month of knowing me, and that was it. Trust me, I'm about to be gone from life. You won't have to worry about hearing from me again. On Dream's life. I just hope that Tiger treats Dream well, not like what he said to you when she was still in your belly." Another time, Rob texts Miss White asking why she was mad at him. Rob texts, "Do you realize you treat me like complete shit and I still would do anything for you? What is your problem? I'm literally on the verge of killing myself and you couldn't care less. Is that what it's gonna take?" So he says it, here's the message. "Is that why you mad? Or was it on my birthday when you said let's go to a club and I waited for your call and instead you flaked and went out on your own, and on my B-day or the next day when you promised shopping with our daughter and you flaked on me twice in the same day because you was too drunk? Do you realize you treat me like complete shit and I still would do anything for you? What is your problem? I'm literally on the verge of killing myself and you couldn't care less. Is that what it's going to take? Hello?" I mean, this boy just threatened to kill himself every other day, honey. Rob Kardashian would even continue to harass Miss White even when she did not respond to his text messages. In one text, as if egging her on, Rob said, "Hate how you treat me like shit. So that's why you won't say anything. Are you too wasted to text? Is that why you're mad? So you could lose your man and family. You can text me back. Goodness. Hate how you treat me like shit. It was bad enough you had another man in your new home and you got me the same shoes as him and made him delete the video. And I still got you a Ferrari and you still didn't thank me. And that's why you won't say anything. Are you too wasted to text? Is that why you're mad because you took me on a date once?" Oh my goodness. In another ranting text, Rob said, "What's your problem? Nobody coming at you at all. In fact, you forgot to send me a pic once again after I said how pretty you looked. Why are you like this every day?" Miss White remained silent and did not respond. Again, Defendant continued to harass Miss White and said, "I just hope that Tiger treats Dream well, not like what he said to you when she was still in your belly. And if you guys don't want her, my mom will be happy to be with her and love her." In the same text message, Rob went on to say, "So answer the one question that you've been avoiding since last night, so I can at least die with knowing. Why didn't you thank me on social media? Was it because your man Tiger be on you and you don't want to ruin that?" Again, Miss White did not respond to his harassment. Child. Here's the media. Here's the text. "I just hope that Tiger treats Dream well, not like what he said to you when she was still in your belly." He says that over and over. "And if you guys don't want her, my mom will be happy to be with her and love her. So answer the one question that you've been avoiding since last night," which is crazy that it takes you this long to answer one damn question. "So I can at least die with knowing. Why didn't you thank me on social media? Was it because your man Tiger be on you and you don't want to ruin that? What's the reason?" Now, Rob continued to threaten to kill himself over multiple text messages because Miss White would not explain why she did not thank him on social media for a red Ferrari he leased for her as a gift in or around May of 2017. Defendant continued to rant, Shit is whack as fuck, man. Say something. I want to know what it is. Are you embarrassed of me? You were so happy to post the Lambo before I didn't even have to ask. I just want to know why my man so I can kill myself in peace. Miss White again did not respond. And here's the message. Shit is whack as fuck, man. Say something. I want to know what it is. Are you embarrassed of me? You were so happy to post the Lambo before I didn't even have to ask. I just want to know why my man so I can kill myself in peace. One question so I can die in peace. Hello? And then there's the picture of the Lambo with the bow on it. In another text message, Rob Kardashian said, yo, stop this, man. I've been asking you a question for almost 24 hours to the point where you got me taking pills. He said, this is how fucked up you are. You don't even know what to say anymore. I'ma post what you got me versus what I got you. Yo, stop this, man. I've been asking you a question for almost 24 hours to the point where you got me taking pills. Whack as fuck. What you do to me, and not just to me, but to the public on social media. Why, man? So you could lose your man? Oh my God. And then he posts a picture. In another message, Rob sent a photo of him with a handful of pills as if he was going to take his own life if Miss White did not respond to his text right at that moment. So this is a photo of him showing her a bunch of pills, saying, I'm going to off myself if you do not answer. Rob Kardashian was relentless in constantly harassing Miss White, such that when Miss White blocked one email address, defendant simply created a new email address so that he could continue to harass her. In the 2 months prior to Rob Kardashian's social media rant on July 5th, 2017, Miss White was forced to change her phone number at least 3 times to avoid his harassment and abusive attempts to manipulate her through threats of suicide. Rob's social media attack on July 5th, 2017. After the 2016 breakup, Miss White moved into her own home. Miss White and Rob were single people living separate lives and peacefully sharing custody of their child. Miss White occasionally dated, as Rob presumably did as well. However, in the midst of living their own separate lives, Rob continued to harass Miss White with insistent text messages, emails, phone calls, and social media posts. On or around July 5th of 2017, Rob chose to launch a vicious social media tirade designed to hurt and publicly shame Miss White, the mother of his only child. On July 5th, 2017, Rob first took to his Instagram page to post revenge porn while ranting against and publicly shaming Miss White. When Rob publicly attacked Miss White, not only did he have over 9 million followers, but his profile was available for the public to view. As a result, it was not just Rob's over 9 million Instagram followers that witnessed his social media attack, but rather the entire world that witnessed it as well. Moreover, Rob's graphic, defamatory, and abusive social media posts about Miss White that day have forever been memorialized online as media outlets all over the world took screen grabs and reposted them time and time again in reporting the story. In fact, on July 6th of 2017, Rob's social media attack made Poor Dream a worldwide trending topic on Twitter, along with his and Miss White's names. Accordingly, Rob Kardashian's social media tirade made his daughter, her mother, and himself some of the most talked about and retweeted topics for days. One day, Dream will be able to search online and see all that her father said about her mother, including the post in which Rob accused Miss White of having Dream out of spite. Now, according to July 7, 2017, Google Trends, Miss White was the 3rd most trending person on Google, with Rob Kardashian coming in as 4th. In the months following the July 5th attack, a Google search for Rob Kardashian revenge porn Blac Chyna reveals that over 1.2 million news articles have been published online reporting on the event. Now, I know you lying. I got to stop right there. Do you guys believe that? Do you believe that there were over 1.2 million news articles published reporting revenge porn about Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian? 1.2 million news articles? Is that many people reporting news? So I guess they would say, you know, bloggers, YouTubers, people posting on social media. Would you consider that a news article? Rob Kardashian's Instagram account with over 9 million followers was deleted by Instagram after he posted photos of Miss White's genitals, buttocks, and nipples. In one post, Rob said, "This is a pic Chyna just sent me before she effed another man in her house with my baby in the house and her son in the house. This statement was false and specifically designed to harm Miss White's reputation by slut shaming her." And this is the photos. Of course, they have it blacked out, but they submitted that for evidence. The original image posted by Rob Kardashian was not censored with an emoji, as that was later added to the image by Instagram as a means of censoring the graphic nude photo. So he put it up there just butt naked. Instagram was the one that put the emojis. The truth is that Rob Kardashian and Miss White had not been romantically involved for months. Miss White sent these private nude photos to her former fiance after they had broken up, and only because Rob would beg for Miss White to send him nude photos, saying, "Quick, go in the bathroom, take a quick pic for me to come to." Ignoring him did not work. Telling him to stop did not work. She thought giving him the photos he wanted might work. Sadly, it did not. And here is him asking her, and she would do it. LOL, quick, go in the bathroom, take a quick pic for me to come to. Okay, trying to come before I shower. Do it. You know you beautiful always to me. Chyna let me come inside her a few days ago. Then next day she effed a dude, and day after that she effed another dude, all in my bed. And that's what he said online. Damn. Sheesh. He was really something else. This is a lot. I'm sorry, you guys, that it's so explicit. And to be honest with you, this is really sad. And I kind of feel sorry for her. I remember when all this happened. And it really isn't funny, you know, because there are men and women that do this to each other. And, you know, I know we laugh prematurely, because we're like, damn, Rob, you know, and damn, you're desperate, or you really was tripping. But this is really a psychological issue. He really needs help. And I'm hoping that he has gotten the help that he's needed, you know, since then. Now, also on July 5th, 2017, after being blocked from Instagram, Rob Kardashian, undeterred and intent on inflicting the maximum harm on Miss White, took to his Twitter account with an LOL and posted more nude photos of Miss White. In this posting, he cruelly taunted her. And for all of you wondering why her damn nipples are so damn big, that's because she had surgery after the baby was born on our anniversary, January 25th, that I paid $100K for, and they really messed up on her nipples. Them shits used to be so cute, and now they so damn big. In another one of Rob's posts on July 5th, 2017, he shared a photo of Miss White's nude rear end and said, "Whoa, that's crazy. You let me come inside you and then another man do the same in the same bed and the same robe and everything in the house where I pay $16K rent. Sheesh." And so you know she had her butt reduced, but I know it still looks wild. And at no time did Rob Kardashian have Miss White's permission to publish these photos or information online. Nor did Rob Kardashian ever attempt to seek Miss White's consent to share these photos or her personal medical information before he posted them for his millions of Instagram and Twitter followers and the rest of the world to see. Now, the original image posted by Rob Kardashian was not censored with an emoji, as that was later added by Instagram as a means of censoring the graphic nude photo. So you can see here that they censored it, and that's a picture of her breasts. Rob Kardashian continued to intentionally publicly shame Miss White by posting a picture and video of Miss White in the hospital about to undergo surgery. In this post, he said, "Everyone wonders how Chyna lost all that weight after the baby. And she lies to everyone. But no, I'm such a great husband that on our anniversary, I paid $100K to do this surgery to get everything fixed." This statement was false, as he was never her husband, and Miss White had not received any and had not deceived anyone on her cosmetic procedure. And this is a picture of her in the hospital. In fact, Rob Kardashian himself underwent weight loss surgery that cost $100,000, where Miss White's surgery was far less expensive. Miss White underwent minor cosmetic procedures, including a breast and butt reduction, as well as a small amount of liposuction around her belly button. Miss White is a well-known social media influencer and trendsetter who professionally endorses health, lifestyle, and diet products on her Instagram and Twitter accounts. Accordingly, the manner in which Rob revealed Miss White's personal medical information jeopardized Miss White's endorsement deals with several weight loss, fitness, and diet companies that all pay Miss White to promote their products on social media. Additionally, Rob Kardashian did not pay for Miss White's cosmetic procedure out of the kindness of his own heart or because he was such a great husband. In fact, Rob only paid the cost of the surgery up front because he planned for the network to reimburse him for the cost out of the budget from Rob and Chyna Season 2. Additionally, during his July 5th social media rant, Rob threatened to post online Miss White's residential address when he announced to the world the city she lives in and that she did not live in a gated community. Miss White does not live in a gated community, and posting her residential address would endanger Miss White and her two small children. Rob Kardashian's threat to expose Miss White's address truly terrified her as to her own personal safety as well as that of her children. On Information and Belief, Rob also posted a screen grab of a text message conversation between Miss White and him in which Miss White's phone number was revealed to the world. This required Miss White to change her phone number yet again as a result of Rob's wrongful conduct. Rob's social media rant on July 5th, 2017 also contained numerous false implications about Miss White, which caused her to suffer harm both personally and professionally. During his social media tirade, Rob falsely implied that his romantic relationship with Miss White had only recently ended when he said, but she couldn't remain loyal and cheated and effed way too many people, and she got caught. And now this is all happening, and it's sad. In another post, Rob Kardashian again falsely implied that he and Miss White were currently in a relationship and that she had recently been unfaithful to him when he said, "This is the dude Chyna got caught cheating on me with for a minute now. Just yesterday, Chyna sent me her pee and everything and said she was going to come F me." Miss White and Rob broke up in December of 2016 and have not been romantically involved for months. Moreover, Miss White did not tell Rob that she was going to come F him. Now, this is a text. It says, "Nah, bro, I have this on Smash. Believe me, but I'm telling you, it's easier if we both make money on some. Maybe getting on a show, maybe branding something, something gotta give. Hold your word like a man and we gonna be good." Also, and that's him actually speaking to the other guy, like trying to get him to saying like we can both share her. Also, on July 5th, 2017, Rob Kardashian falsely stated that he paid $100,000 for Miss White's alleged weight loss surgery. Rob knew that falsely claiming that he spent large sums of money on Miss White's cosmetic surgery would harm her reputation and business relationships. Up, I see the $4.99 tally featuring Granny. Oh, wait a minute. Thank you. Child, Rob was down there. He was down there just going crazy. Let's get back into this tea. So additionally, Rob Kardashian did not pay for Miss White's cosmetic procedure out of the kindness of his own heart. In fact, Rob only paid the cost of the surgery up front because he planned for the network to reimburse him for the cost out of the budget from Rob and Chyna Season 2. At the time, Miss White's procedure was being filmed as part of the second season of Rob and Chyna. As part of the storyline for Rob and Chyna Season 2, Miss White planned to discuss her struggles in dealing with her body image issues, particularly as they pertain to the size of her rear end after giving birth to Dream. During his July 5th social media rant, Rob Kardashian made sure to falsely accuse Miss White of undergoing weight loss surgery to lose weight after having Dream. In fact, Rob Kardashian acknowledged Miss White's endorsements on July 5th of 2017 when he posted a meme containing a photo of himself dressed as Beyonce with the words "flat tummy tea" on top. In the caption of the post, he said, "You know I'm coming with that heat. My Beyonce Lemonade album about to be fire." In other words, Mr. Kardashian was going to publicly shame Miss White in an even bigger way for her perceived infidelity, even though they were no longer in a relationship. And that's him. Child, you can't really see what's going on. I can't really see it. During the July 5th social media tirade, Rob Kardashian knew that falsely accusing Miss White of undergoing weight loss surgery after giving birth to Dream would generally damage her reputation as a social media influencer. Importantly, Rob Kardashian knew that targeting a specific brand in his tirade would destroy Miss White's professional relationship with that brand as a social media influencer. Now, on July 5th, he also falsely stated that Miss White had her daughter out of spite and even suggested that Miss White had her daughter in an effort to seek revenge on ex-fiancé Tyga. And this is what he said in a tweet. "Soon as Kylie and Tyga broke up, Chyna was over the game. She had a baby out of spite, and I'll never view her the same." Now, during his social media rant, Rob falsely claimed that he never once cheated on Miss White and that he remained loyal to her even after all the cheating she'd been doing and the multiple men she'd been effing, including himself. Miss White did not cheat on Rob during their relationship. However, Miss White did not refrain from dating as a single woman in the time since her relationship with Rob ended in December of 2016. She was a single woman and fully entitled to have a love life beyond Rob Kardashian. On July 5th, 2017, when he falsely accused her of engaging in infidelity, it was a lie. Now, Rob erroneously claimed that Miss White chose drugs and sex rather than spend the day with her daughter on her first 4th of July. When he posted, "Get it together for your daughter," it was your daughter's first 4th of July yesterday, and you chose drugs and sex in our bed rather than spending it with your daughter for her first 4th of July. However, Miss White did not choose drugs and sex in lieu of spending time with her daughter on the 4th of July. Since their split in 2016, Rob has had physical custody of their daughter on Tuesdays, the exact day on which the 4th of July fell this year. So I remember that. I remember when he did post that. And basically they're saying you had Dream that day because it was your day to have Dream. Now, Rob Kardashian has regularly accused Miss White of being in a relationship with him as a means to get revenge on Tyga. This is a constant theme throughout Rob's harassment of Miss White. In another post on July 5th of 2017, Rob falsely accused Miss White of withholding their daughter from seeing him. However, this claim was entirely false, as the defendant had custody of their daughter on July 5th, 2017, the very day he decided to attack Miss White on social media. Miss White has never withheld Dream from her father. Now that makes sense, because if July 5th was the day after 2017 July 4th, and if that was a Tuesday, then July 5th, it would have been when he went ranting and raving. He was probably going to be set to bring Dream back to her that day. So you did have Dream So it doesn't appear that she was choosing, what he said she would. I mean, he did really try to make it look like that. And I remember that. It did look like that. Like she was laid up, getting high and partying instead of being with her child. It really did look like that. Now, Rob's past abuse of women. Now, Rob Kardashian's social media rant against Miss White was not the first time he took to social media to publicly shame one of his former girlfriends. Rob has a long history of publicly slut-shaming his exes on social media after breakups. Rita Ora, as an example. In or around December 2012, Rob took to his Twitter account to publicly slut-shame Rita Ora, a pop star who briefly dated Rob in 2012. During Rob Kardashian's social media rant against Rita Ora, he said, "This is a lesson to all the young women out there to not have unprotected sex with multiple men, especially while in a relationship." Rob continued on this rant against Ora and said, "But when a woman disrespects herself by messing with more than 20 men, all while being in a relationship with a faithful man, when a woman cheats on you with one man, I can live with that. People make mistakes, trust me. I have forgiven numerous times." Even Rob's sister, Defendant Khloe Kardashian, joined in on his social media rant by indirectly ridiculing Ora by tweeting, "Cheaters never prosper. At Rob Kardashian, I'll be home today. Try and smile, little brother." Rob then continued his slut-shaming rant against Ora and said, "I'm actually disgusted a woman could give up her body to more than 20 dudes in less than a year's time while trying to start a career." Even Rob's sister, Defendant Khloe Kardashian, joined in on his social media rant by indirectly ridiculing Ora. And we said this. Cheaters not. I don't know why she would repeat that twice. You said that. And come on. And then they show the actual tweets. Rob continued on his social media rant against Ora and said, "She cheated on me with nearly 20 dudes while we were together. I wonder how many she will sleep with now that we are apart. But I mean 20? How do you know that she cheated with 20 men? Like, that is really crazy. How do you know?" In responding to an alleged tweet deleted by Ora, Rob said, "So you let me get you pregnant and you let others hit raw?" Accordingly, Rob has demonstrated a pattern of revealing ex-girlfriends' sensitive medical information online in vengeful social media posts after breakups. While Rob did not refer to Rita Ora directly by name in his tweets, the public was well aware as to whom these attacks were aimed, as the pop singer developed an unflattering nickname, Rita Hora, that remained a worldwide trending topic the same day as Rob's social media rant. And then they show evidence of that. Adrian Balion. Rob Kardashian dated Adrian Balion from 2007 to 2009. Their relationship was briefly featured on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In one episode, Rob is seen fighting with his then-girlfriend, Adrian, in front of his family. In this clip, Rob yells at her for calling off the effing wedding in India. Rob then violently grabs Balion by the arm and slapped her across the face as his mother, defendant Kris Jenner, looks on. Later in the episode, it is revealed that Rob thought it would be funny to pretend he was slapping his girlfriend and that the altercation was merely a prank. In doing so, Rob Kardashian played domestic violence for laughs in his early episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Then in 2014, years after the couple split, Balion again became a target for Rob and his famous family when she addressed her stint on the Kardashians reality show in an interview with Latina magazine. During this interview, Balion said, "To be stuck with that Kardashian label, that was so hurtful to me and to my career." Balion continued, "I probably realized that too late. Not that it would have affected my decisions in terms of who I dated, but it would have affected my decision to appear on the show." Balion also claimed that she still received hate from Kardashian fans, saying, "To this day, people will say, 'You ruined Rob's life.' And I'll think, damn, I was still playing with Barbie dolls when I met him." Wow, you were really still playing with Barbie dolls? You were that young? And I wonder, was it a prank? Do you guys think it was a prank? Kris sat on and watched. I mean, if he really slapped her, I don't know. I really didn't see that episode. I wasn't watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, so I don't know. Shortly after Balion's interview was made public, defendant Kim Kardashian took to social media to attack Balion and said, funny how Balion, I don't know if it's Balion or Balion. Is it Balion? I don't know. Funny how Balion says being with a Kardashian hurt her career, yet the only reason she has this article is because she is talking about a Kardashian. Kim then said, so sad when people try to kick my brother when he is down. Hashtag family forever. Kim and Khloe's posts are just examples of how far the Kardashians will go to bully Rob Kardashian's ex-girlfriends, even years after they've broken up with him. Reality television royalty. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a hit reality television program on the E! Network that focuses on the Kardashian-Jenner family. The show originally starred Kim Kardashian and her entire family, including her mother, Kris Jenner, her then step-parent, Bruce Jenner, as well as her siblings, Rob, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie. In recent years, Keeping Up with the Kardashians stars Kris Jenner and her daughters, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie. The series originally debuted on October 14, 2007, making it one of the longest running reality television shows in America. The show has also catapulted Kim Kardashian and her family into superstardom, as the Kardashian-Jenner brood are now household names and reality television royalty. You right about that. I figured it was Balion, only one Shamari. Child. I was saying Balion. Child. Now, Keeping Up with the Kardashians just concluded its 13th season in June of 2017. Now, you got to keep in mind, this lawsuit was filed back then. Now, Keeping Up with the Kardashians has made ratings success for the E! Network since its premiere in 2007. As such, the series has given rise to the host of spin-off series, including Rob and Chyna and The Life of Kylie. On or around June 1st of 2016, Rob and Chyna was greenlit by the E! Network. The series followed Rob Kardashian and Miss White's relationship as they prepared to welcome their first child together. The network originally ordered 6 one-hour-long episodes, as well as a special featuring the birth of the couple's baby girl Dream. Rob and Chyna originally premiered on September 11th of 2016 to stellar ratings, as it delivered approximately 2.7 million viewers, making it E! Network's most watched unscripted series debut in 2016. Now, on information and belief, the E! Network would have renewed the series for a second season, which was to consist of 8 episodes and was expected to air sometime in 2017. However, in or around March of 2017, the network announced that Rob and Chyna would not film its second season. Now, here is where we start getting into the lawsuit against the Kardashians, okay? Now, we covered all of that with Rob. That was 37 pages that we read, okay? 37 pages. So now the next 30 pages is going to be about the Kardashians and how they interfered with the second season of Rob and Chyna. Now, on information and belief, Miss White alleges that defendants Kris, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie intentionally interfered with Miss White's talent agreement with the E! Network. The defendants also intentionally interfered with Miss White's prospective economic advantage in filming a second season of Rob and Chyna. In or around February of 2017, the E! Network decided to move forward with a second season of its hit show Rob and Chyna. Despite that the couple split months prior in 2016 of December. Now, all necessary parties agreed to film a second season focusing on Rob and Chyna's relationship, co-parenting their baby girl dream. Not only were the stars and the network on board to film the second season, but Bunham and Murray Productions was also on board with season 2 of one of E!'s network's top-rated shows, Rob and Chyna. So they are saying that even though they had split up, they were set to film season 2. They were going to focus on them co-parenting. So they knew that they split up. It probably was going to be some arguments. You know, they were going to give them the raw relationship. Now, I wonder, would we have seen him threatening to kill himself and doing all these things? Would we have seen what he really be given behind the scenes? Now, further, the second season of Rob and Chyna was already being promoted before the first season even ended. The first season of Rob and Chyna closed with a screen grab of Miss White, Rob, Dream, and King all together, and a caption that read, "New season coming in 2017. So here's a screenshot of that. Now, on February 8th of 2017, Jeffrey Furman, the Senior Vice President of Business Affairs at the E! Network, emailed Miss White's agent and said, E! is seeking to increase Blac Chyna's participation on the next seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians to address Rob and Chyna's storyline with the goal of bringing Rob and Chyna back shortly thereafter. As such, the network planned to bring Rob and Chyna back for a second season even after the couple broke up in December of 2016. Moreover, in or around February 2017, pre-production for the second season of Rob and Chyna was well underway as producers were being selected and storylines were being planned as indicated in an email exchange between NBC Universal executive DeMondre Edwards and Miss White's entertainment attorney, Walter Mosley. On February 16th, 2017, DeAndre Edwards, who is NBC Universal's Director of Business and Legal Affairs, emailed Mosley and said, "Did you have a chance to discuss the creative of the shoot with the showrunner? Just trying to see if we're all on the same page. It is clear from these communications that the network was not only on board with filming a second season of Rob and Chyna, but that it was already actively working on the second season when Rob's family intentionally interfered with production on the second season." On information and belief, in and around February 2017, Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kendall, and Kylie contacted E! Network executives to demand the network not proceed with the second season of Rob and Chyna. Shortly thereafter, attorneys for the network informed Miss White and her legal team that the network could not proceed with filming the second season of Rob's mother, Kris Jenner, and his sisters demanded that the second season of Rob and Chyna not be filmed. Also around this time, Bunham Murray Productions confirmed that it was the network's current position that the reason the second season was not proceeding was indeed because Kris Jenner and the Kardashian Jenner sisters demanded that it was not to be filmed. After Rob's family interfered with Miss White's existing talent agreement with E! Media Productions, the E! Network agreed to table negotiations for the second season of Rob and Chyna. On February 8th of 2017, the E! Network even sought a 7-month extension on Miss White's second season option, which would have allowed the network until October 16th, 2017 to decide whether it would pick up Rob and Chyna for a second season as indicated in an email from Jeffrey Furman to Miss White. As a result, in and around February 2017, the E! Network agreed to pay Miss White to appear on 4 episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians at the rate she would have been paid for an episode of Rob and Chyna. Now, we know that she said she was getting paid roughly $92,000 per episode of Rob and Chyna. So they had agreed to pay her for 4 episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashian at that rate. However, This agreement was always intended to give the network a few months to reconvene negotiations for season 2 after the Kris Jenner and Kardashian sisters had time to cool off. At all times relevant, Rob Kardashian was in favor of filming a second season of Rob and Chyna. In fact, Rob Kardashian was so much in favor of a second season of Rob and Chyna that he personally contacted one of the show's creators, Ryan Seacrest, to intervene with Rob's family. Rob even contacted Jeff Jenkins and Farnaz Farjam, executive producers of both Rob and Chyna and Keeping Up with the Kardashians, to intervene so as to save the second season. However, Rob's efforts were to no avail. Then in or around April of 2017, Rob texted Miss White to inform her that he spoke to his mother and said, "Why don't you let Chyna do her own show so Dream can make some money?" Again, Rob's efforts to convince his family otherwise as to a second season proved unsuccessful. Despite the E! Network paying Miss White to appear on 4 episodes during the 13th season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Miss White only actually appeared on 1 episode as Rob Kardashian's famous family once again intervened to harm Miss White. The defendant's intentional interference with the second season of Rob and Chyna was reported in an article by the entertainment trade publication Variety on July 7th of 2017, 2 days following Rob's social media attack on Miss White. In this article, the trade publication confirmed that the show had already been taken off the network's schedule prior to this week's romantic falling out. In the Variety article, an E! Network spokesperson even confirmed that the decision to pull Rob and Chyna was not the decision of the network or the show's stars, but rather Rob's powerful family. In doing so, the network spokesperson said, "As always, we follow the family's lead regarding their lives and relationships, and viewers saw firsthand as the family discussed putting Rob and Chyna on hold in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians this spring." The Variety article also reported that E! Had not yet officially canceled Rob and Chyna, even in the wake of Rob's social media rant on July 5th of 2017, thus indicating that the network was still interested in pursuing a second season of Rob and Chyna. As mentioned in the Variety article, Rob Kardashian's family made their disapproval of a second season of Rob and Chyna no secret. In fact, an episode that aired during the most recent season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians dedicated a substantial time to the topic of whether Rob and Miss White should film a second season of Rob and Chyna. During this episode, Kris Jenner and her daughters, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie, all gather at a restaurant to discuss whether a second season of Rob and Chyna should be filmed. Most notably, neither Rob nor Chyna were present at this meeting, where Rob's family discussed the fate of their show, Rob and Chyna. In this scene, defendant Kim Kardashian explained, "Rob and Chyna are about to start filming the second season of their show, and no one feels that they should fuel this bad, unhealthy energy by filming another season of their show." During this scene, defendant Khloe Kardashian said, "To be honest with you, this is such a toxic relationship, and we all don't think it's a good idea that they film the show." While dining, defendant Kim Kardashian calls Rob on speakerphone and explains, "So I'm like here with everyone. When we get protective over you, it's just us saying like, hey, all fucking shit, like this happened to all of us before." To which Rob Kardashian responded, "But I never once said or judged or tried to change the outcome of any of your guys' relationships." During this phone call, defendant Khloe Kardashian interjects and accuses Rob of having his head so far up Chyna's ass. At one point, Rob yells, "Yo, I'm done, and hangs up the phone on his family. After the phone call, Rob's family continues to discuss whether Rob and Chyna should film for a second season. Defendant Kris Jenner tells the table, "Do you know what Rob does all day? Calls her names and says she's a lot worse things." Defendant Kylie Jenner then interrupted her mother and asked, "So why would you want to put them on a show together?" Defendant Kendall Jenner exclaimed, "A show should not be coming out of anyone's mouth because this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. The fact that everyone's lives revolves around a show to make someone happy with a show is the most sad, depressing thing." Defendant Kourtney Kardashian then explained to her younger sister, "But it's a job, it's their life." And then Defendant Kim agrees, saying, "Yeah, it's a job. You're right." Defendant Kris Jenner then points her finger at Kendall and says, "Hey, that show is what got him out of bed." Later in the scene, Defendant Kim Kardashian explained, "I think Rob is trying to hold on to the show because it's a way of holding on to Chyna, and it is his way to make Chyna happy. He is trying to please someone else, and I think that it's just too much." While Kim Kardashian's interview suggests that the family is merely stepping in to protect their brother from his evil ex, in reality, the Kardashian-Jenner family were up to something much more nefarious. Rather than trying to protect Rob Kardashian from cameras, in reality, the famous family was flexing their muscles so as to destroy Miss White's career so that she was no longer able to compete against the Kardashian-Jenner women as an entrepreneur and social media influencer. Moreover, Miss White alleges on Information and Belief that in killing the second season of Rob and Chyna, defendants ensured that the E! Network had room in its schedule for Kylie Jenner to star in her new show, in which she heavily promoted Kylie Cosmetics, which was once in direct competition with Lashed by Blac Chyna. Now, I can believe that. That right there, I can definitely believe that because Kylie Cosmetics was heavily promoted and she did have competition with Lashed. So they did have a show with Kylie. They did boot Rob and Chyna. I believe this narrative. I do believe they did this to her. It's obvious. Later in this episode, Defendant Kourtney Kardashian tells Scott Disick, the father of her children, about the meeting and said, "So we had a meeting about Rob and Chyna and just like if they should have their own show or not. I mean, we were just saying for the well-being of like Rob that we don't really think he should have it." In standing up for Rob, Scott Disick said, "It's not the worst thing in the world for him to show the world what happened and to share his side. I mean, I feel like ultimately like this is like really should be Rob and Chyna's decision." Defendant Kourtney Kardashian responded, "I personally just don't think like shooting season 2 of Rob and Chyna is the best decision." However, when Scott asked her if Rob wants to shoot a second season, Kourtney says, "Yeah." In a later scene, Rob Kardashian explains the dynamics of his relationship with Miss White and says, "She says what she has to say to you because she's in the heat of the moment, and that's what it is. Just like I post shit on the internet when I'm in the heat of the moment, she texts all her people and lets them know what's going on in our relationship." On Information and Belief, in this scene, Rob Kardashian is defending his relationship to his mother after he made a spectacle of their split by posting videos on Snapchat after Miss White left him. Later in this Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode, defendants Kim and Kourtney receive an email from Rob in which he pleads with his family to allow Rob and Chyna to film for the second season. Defendant Kim Kardashian reads the email aloud in which Rob explained why he wanted a second season, and it says, "I'm trying to work on myself, trying to grow and change, and I'm looking to be the man you all are proud of. Part of that is working through my issues with Chyna. I love Chyna, and I want to be able to tell my daughter that I did everything I could do to make it work with her mother. Most of my confidence comes from me having this show every day. I want a second season of Rob and Chyna. I want to use this show to make myself stronger." In the last scene of the episode, Rob sits down with his sisters, Kim and Kourtney, to explain face-to-face why he wanted to have a second season of Rob and Chyna. During this meeting, Rob said, "I was doing good when we were filming, obviously. Things were great this year, and then the end of the year, just like things ended on a whatever note." Rob then says, "Like you can't tell someone how to live their lives. They just have to figure it out themselves." While defendant Kim tells Rob, "Ultimately, it's up to you." In reality, Rob Kardashian's mother and sisters did not allow him to decide the fate of the second season of Rob and Chyna, nor did they allow Miss White to decide. Rather, defendants Kris, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie invoked their power and influence over the E! Network to kill the second season of Rob and Chyna. They did so despite the fact that the stars of the show, the production company, and the network were all on board with the second season of the highly rated reality spinoff series. Now, the Kardashian-Jenner family continue to defame Miss White. Miss White alleges on information and belief that Rob Kardashian and his family continue to defame her in the press. As recent as September 15, 2017, Rob Kardashian and his family and or their agents leaked a false and defamatory story about Miss White to the press. Miss White alleges that Rob and his family published the false statements in this story to further damage her reputation. In this story, it was falsely stated that Rob received more than 50% custody of Dream and that Miss White wanted north of $50K a month in child support. Further, these sources falsely implied that Miss White was a bad mother when they said Miss White left Dream at home this weekend while she left a party, and Rob wants to make sure that there are enough nannies to protect Dream. The truth is that Miss White left Dream with the nanny while she was working at a paid public appearance. Rob Kardashian made similar accusations against Miss White through his attorneys during confidential settlement negotiations for their family law case. Now, accordingly, Rob and his family continue to defame Miss White even after his vicious social media tirade on July 5th, 2017. Now, first cause of action against Rob Kardashian. Miss White restates and incorporates by reference as though fully set forth herein the allegations contained in each of the paragraphs above. On or around April 8th of 2017, Rob intended to cause and did cause Miss White to suffer apprehension of an immediate harmful contact to her person when he grabbed her phone from her and violently knocked her to the ground in the presence of her 4-year-old son. Miss White did not consent to Rob objectively unreasonable acts of yelling at her, aggressively grabbing her phone out of her hand, and violently knocking her to the ground. You guys, give me 1 second. I gotta pause for one moment. Okay, I'm back. I had to grab me something to drink. I'm doing a lot of reading, y'all. I had to grab me something to drink. We doing a lot of reading. All right. Okay, we are back. All right, so okay. Miss White did not consent to Rob Kardashian objectively unreasonable acts of yelling at her, aggressively grabbing her phone out of her hand, and violently knocking her to the ground. By engaging in the conduct as here and above alleged, defendant Rob Kardashian acted with malice, fraud, and oppression and or conscious disregard of Miss White's rights and well-being and intended to subject Miss White to unjust hardship, thereby warranting an assessment of punitive damages in an amount sufficient to punish defendant and deter others from engaging in similar conduct. As a direct and proximate result of Rob Kardashian's conduct on or around April 8, 2017, as alleged herein, Miss White suffered and will continue to suffer the damages herein mentioned in an amount according to proof at trial. Now, second cause of action of battery against her, Miss White restates and incorporates by reference as though fully set forth herein the allegations contained in each of the paragraphs above. On or around April 8, 2017, Rob Kardashian touched or caused Miss White to be touched with the intent to harm or offend her when he aggressively grabbed her phone from her hand and violently knocked her to the ground. At all times relevant, Miss White did not consent to Rob Kardashian's conduct in aggressively grabbing her phone and violently knocking her to the ground in the presence of her 4-year-old son. As a result of Mr. Kardashian's harmful and offensive touching, Miss White was injured and suffered difficulty walking for days following the attack. By engaging in the conduct as here and above alleged, defendant Rob Kardashian acted with malice, fraud, and oppression and or conscious disregard of Miss White's rights and well-being and intended to subject Miss White to unjust hardship, thereby warranting an assessment of punitive damages in an amount of sufficient punitive punishment defendant and deter others from engaging in similar conduct. As a direct and proximate result of Rob Kardashian's conduct, as alleged herein, Miss White has suffered and will continue to suffer the damages mentioned here. Now, let me tell you something. Child, he grabbed the phone and knocked you to the ground. They got you with battery and assault, okay? He has a problem, you know. He whatever his issues are that he's dealing with, whatever he was dealing with, he was taking that out on her. And I do believe that Blac Chyna was really trying to love Rob Kardashian. It looked like that in their show and on Keeping Up with Kardashians. She really was trying to love him, but I think that he just had these hang-ups and he just could not get over the fact that he had these hang-ups. And he didn't believe that someone like her would love him, you know, so he just couldn't get over it. Whatever his issues were. Now, Miss White restates and incorporates by reference as though fully set forth herein the allegations contained in each of the paragraphs above. Rob Kardashian violated Miss White's right to privacy by intentionally distributing private sexually explicit materials of Miss White when he posted her private nude photographs on multiple social media platforms on July 5th, 2017. At all relevant times, Miss White did not consent to Rob Kardashian's distribution of her private nude photos that revealed her genitals, buttocks, and nipples. Rob knew that Miss White had a reasonable expectation that her nude photos would remain private. The nude photos of Miss White that Rob Kardashian distributed online on or around July 5th, 2017, exposed Miss White's intimate body parts, including her genitals, buttocks, and nipples. Rob's distribution of Miss White's private nude photos caused Miss White to suffer emotional distress. And I believe that. I believe that absolutely did cause her distress. I mean, he's got 9 million followers and his page is also public. So that thing was all over the world. Defendant's distribution of Miss White's nude photos online was a substantial factor in causing Miss White's harm. By engaging in the conduct as here and above alleged, defendant Rob Kardashian acted with malice, fraud, and oppression and or conscious disregard of Miss White's rights and well-being and intended to subject Miss White to unjust hardship, thereby warranting an assessment of punitive damages in an amount sufficient to punish the defendant and deter others from engaging in similar conduct. As a direct and proximate result of defendant Rob Kardashian's conduct as alleged herein, Ms. White has suffered and will continue to suffer the damages herein mentioned in an amount according to proof at trial. And then they get into domestic violence. This is the same thing when he, threw her to the floor and all of that. Civil harassment. They have civil harassment. Okay, so Rob Kardashian's course of conduct and relentlessly texting, email, and calling Ms. White in an effort to harass her would cause a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress, and actually did cause Ms. White to suffer substantial emotional distress. So Rob Kardashian's constant verbal abuse and harassment over text, email, and phone were a substantial factor in causing Ms. White severe emotional distress. As a result of defendant's harassment, Ms. White has suffered emotional distress, ridicule, as well as loss of income and career benefits. Rob Kardashian's conduct will continue to cause great and irreparable injury to Ms. White, who has no adequate remedy at law for the injuries that she is currently suffering and will continue to suffer as a result of defendant's harassment. Accordingly, injunctive release is necessary and proper. Ms. White is entitled to an award of the attorney's fees that she incurred in prosecuting this action and is seeking an injunction pursuant to Section 527.6. As a direct and proximate result of Rob Kardashian's conduct, as alleged herein, Ms. White has suffered and will continue to suffer the damages herein mentioned in an amount according to proof, including attorney's fees and costs. Now, the sixth cause of action is intrusion into private affairs against defendant Kardashian. Now, Ms. White restates and incorporates by reference, as though fully set forth herein, the allegations contained in each of the paragraphs above. Rob violated Ms. White's right to privacy on or around July 5th of 2017 when he posted several private nude photos of her and publicized Ms. White's personal medical information, including surgeries she allegedly underwent. At all times relevant, Ms. White had a reasonable expectation of privacy in her private nude photos, including photos of her genitals, buttocks, and nipples. Ms. White also had a reasonable expectation of privacy in her private photos taken while she was preparing for surgery and her personal medical information, including surgeries she allegedly underwent. Rob Kardashian intentionally intruded into Ms. White's private affairs when he posted private nude photos of Ms. White, including photos of her genitals, buttocks, and nipples. Defendant also intentionally intruded into Ms. White's private affairs by publishing private photos of Ms. White while she was preparing for surgery and revealing personal medical information about Ms. White. Rob Kardashian's intrusion would be highly offensive to a reasonable person in Ms. White's position, as he published Ms. White's private nude photos and personal medical information in an effort to destroy Ms. White's reputation. Upon information and belief, Rob Kardashian's wrongful conduct was a substantial factor in causing Ms. White harm, including but not limited to harm to Ms. White's trade, profession, and or occupation, and harm to Ms. White's reputation. By engaging in the conduct as here and above alleged, defendant Rob Kardashian acted with malice, fraud, and oppression, and or conscious disregard of Ms. White's rights and well-being, and intended to subject Ms. White to unjust hardship, thereby warranting an assessment of punitive damages in the amount sufficient to punish the defendant and deter others from engaging in similar conduct. As a direct and proximate result, Rob Kardashian's conduct as alleged herein, Ms. White has suffered and will continue to suffer the damages mentioned herein. And they're saying whatever amount that you deem necessary during the trial, the jury will determine how much she will be awarded if she wins that. Now, the seventh cause of action is false light, and this is against all of the defendants. Ms. White restates and incorporates by reference as though fully set forth herein the allegations contained in each of the paragraphs above. Rob Kardashian's social media rant on or around July 5th, 2017 contains numerous false implications about Ms. White, including without limitation that Ms. White and Rob were in a romantic relationship as late as July of 2017, that Ms. White had recently cheated on Rob, and that Ms. White had her baby out of spite, and that Ms. White withheld her daughter from seeing Rob Kardashian. Further, the defendants made false statements about Ms. White, including that she left Dream at home this weekend while she left to party. And Rob wants to make sure that there are enough nannies to protect Dream on or around September 15th of 2017. The unfair and inaccurate depictions of Ms. White and the false impressions and implications created by Rob Kardashian's social media rant on July 5th and defendant's subsequent conduct are highly offensive to a reasonable person of ordinary sensibilities in Ms. White's position. Upon information and belief, members of the community understood that defendant's statements were about Ms. White, as the statements were about, concerning, and mentioned Ms. White expressly. These false statements about Ms. White had a natural tendency to injure Ms. White's reputation in the entertainment industry in which she works and with the public worldwide. Now, they said the defendants published these statements about Ms. White, knowing that they contain unfair and inaccurate depictions of her. And they said that these false implications would damage anyone, and they knew that saying it would damage her and damage her reputation in the community. And any reasonable person, if this were to happen to them, you would be upset too, and you would want to sue, and you would want the stuff taken down. You wouldn't want no one saying. So when they say any reasonable person of ordinary sensibilities, they're saying just because we're famous, just because we're in the public eye. No, if you were having this happen to you, you would feel the same way. As a direct and proximate result of the above described statements and depictions, Ms. White has suffered and will continue to suffer emotional distress. And she's saying that the statements that have been made, it is causing her emotional distress. It is loss to her reputation. It brings her shame, mortification, and it hurts her feelings. And she has been and continues to be embarrassed and humiliated by the false statements and implications, and reasonable fear that she will be shunned, avoided, and subjected to ridicule. Girl, stop. Oh, girl, stop. But I get it, Chyna. I get it. Now, by engaging in the conduct as herabove alleged, defendants acted with malice, fraud, and oppression, and conscious disregard of Ms. White's rights. And this one is also saying that whatever amount damages that you deem necessary, that's how much we're going to let you give us. Now, public disclosure of private facts. This is against Rob Kardashian. Ms. White restates and incorporates by reference that Rob Kardashian violated Ms. White's right to privacy by posting several private nude photos of Ms. White on multiple social media platforms. Now, this one is particularly talking about when she was preparing for surgery, that he posted those photos about her private medical information. Rob Kardashian publicized private information concerning Ms. White to millions of people on multiple social media platforms and the world when he publicly attacked Ms. White during his rant on July 5th. He just went off on that July 5th. Now, at all times relevant, Rob did not have Ms. White's consent to post her private nude photos or her personal medical information, including but not limited to any previous surgeries that she may have undergone. Now, Rob knew that he was acting in disregard to her feelings, and that a reasonable person in Miss White's position would consider the publicity of her private nude photos and personal medical information highly offensive. The private nude photos and personal medical information of Miss White that Rob Kardashian posted on social media was not of legitimate public concern, as such information was entirely devoid of all social value. So what they're saying there is that nobody was checking for that shit. And he just went on out there and came to the social media with her photos and medical information. It's devoid of all social value because what is it doing for anyone? What do we gain out of knowing that Blac Chyna had surgeries? It's devoid of all social value. As a direct and proximate result of Rob's wrongful conduct, Miss White was harmed. Rob's conduct and publicizing Miss White's private nude photos and personal medical information was a substantial factor in causing Miss White's harm, including emotional distress, harm to her reputation, and harm to her property, business, profession, and occupation. By engaging in this conduct, Rob Kardashian acted with malice, fraud, and oppression and or conscious disregard of Miss White's rights and well-being, and intended to subject Miss White to unjust hardship, thereby warranting an assessment of punitive damages in an amount sufficient to punish the defendant and deter other people from doing this. And again, they saying whatever amount that you deem necessary, that's how much we will allow you to give Miss White. Now, defamation and liable against Rob Kardashian. And of course, this is because he posted on July 5th all of the lies that she had the baby out of spite. On or around July 5th, Rob also falsely implied that he and Miss White were in a relationship as late as July 2017 and posted that she got caught cheating. On or around July 5th, Rob also falsely claimed that Miss White kept him from seeing their 8-month-old daughter and said, "Bring Dream back to her dad, please. She has the guard gate not letting me in the gate either. I just miss baby Dream." In doing so, defendant created a meme entitled "How the Chyna Stole Christmas," which defendant designed to falsely state that Miss White was withholding their daughter from seeing her father, despite the fact that Rob wrongfully withheld Dream from her mother on July 6th, when she was originally scheduled to return home to Miss White. In reality, Rob Kardashian did not return the baby to Miss White until July 7th. Now, at all times relevant, Rob Kardashian's social media posts made on or around July 5th were false and exposed Miss White to hatred, contempt, ridicule, and shame. Rob's false statements also caused her to be shunned or despised by those who hear and or viewed such comments on social media and the various news publications that continue to repost defendants' false and vile statements about Miss White. Now, Rob also falsely implied that he was currently in a romantic relationship with Miss White on or around July 5th of 2017. However, Rob and Miss White have not been a couple since December of 2016, despite tabloid speculation otherwise. During his social media rant, the defendant intentionally deceived his millions of social media followers and the world when he falsely implied that he and Miss White had been a couple up until July 5th of 2017, so as to further fuel public hatred of Miss White. Now further, Rob Kardashian, his family, and their respective agents made false statements about Miss White to the press, including that she left Dream at home this weekend while she left to party. And Rob wants to make sure there are enough nannies to protect Dream. The defendants either knew that this written statement was false and that they failed to reasonably care to determine to retract their statements. The defendant's false statements caused Miss White to suffer emotional distress, harm to her reputation, and harm to her property, business, profession, and occupation. And they saying that they did this out of malice, fraud, and oppression, and of conscious disregard of Miss White's rights. Now, the 10th cause of action. This girl she got a lawsuit against these people. I mean, Lisa Bloom, when I say she put together a lawsuit, she put together a lawsuit. Intentional interference with contractual relations. Miss White restates and incorporates by reference that beginning on May 26 of 2016, Miss White had a valid talent agreement with E Media Productions, LLC, to star in the series Rob and Chyna with her fiancé Rob. At all times relevant, the defendants Kris, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie knew of the existence of a valid talent agreement between Miss White and E Media Productions. However, despite their knowledge of Miss White's talent agreement with E, in or around February or March of 2017, the defendants intentionally interfered with the talent agreement between E and Miss White. During Miss White and Rob Kardashian's ongoing negotiations with these third parties regarding a second season of their hit television show, Rob and Chyna, the defendants demanded that the E! Network not renew the hit show for a second season. As a result, the defendants' intentional interference with Miss White's contractual relationship with E! The network had no choice but to shut down production on the second season of Rob and Chyna. Defendants' conduct alleged herein prevented performance and or made performance of Miss White's talent agreement more difficult. On information and belief, Miss White alleges that the defendants intentionally interfered with her talent agreement with E! After the defendants' intentional interference in demanding that the network not renew the talent agreement, Miss White was harmed personally, professionally, and financially. Defendants' conduct herein alleged was a substantial factor in causing Miss White's harm. And they're saying that they engaged in malice, fraud, and oppression in these acts. The 11th cause of action, intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. And of course, I'm pretty sure that it is her interfering with the contract. And that's basically what this says. Again, I mean, I'm not going to read this all over again because it's the same exact wording. Now, they also go a little further in here, and it says that defendants engaged in the conduct alleged above with the intent of interfering with and destroying the economically advantageous relationships between Miss White on the one hand and E! Network on the other hand, and to make those relationships less financially lucrative for Miss White. The defendant's conduct was independently wrongful because they unlawfully defamed Miss White and wrongfully withheld their consent for the E! Network to proceed with the second season in order to destroy Miss White's career. The defendants did so in order to ensure that Miss White was unable to compete against their Kardashian Jenner women as an entrepreneur and social media influencer with television exposure. During Miss White and Rob Kardashian's ongoing negotiations with these third parties regarding a second season, the defendants expressly demanded that the E! Network not renew the show. Now, what I need to understand, yes, these are Sugar B. Zooster. These are Lisa's filings. This is not the current lawyer, Lynn. This was filed by the Bloom firm. This was filed back in 2017. This is the original complaint. There's been an amended complaint, but it is basically this. It's basically the same allegations. Like I said, the second part of this case will be Rob and the charges that he faces alone. Rob is separate from the Kardashians, which is why you don't see him at this trial. The charges that Chyna brought against him, the allegations that she brought against him, will be tried separately. So, but what I need to know is how is it that E! Network would listen to, the Kardashians? But I mean, they make them a lot of money. They were making them a lot of money, and their show was more profitable. And so I guess when you have that this is what Chyna is alleging. When you have that name, when you have that fame, and you have that money behind you, this is what it will allow you to do. So the prayer for relief is that for general and economic damages according to proof at trial, for prejudgment and post-judgment interest according to the law, for costs of suit and attorney's fees to the fullest extent of the law, for punitive and exemplary damages, for such other and further relief as the court may deem proper. And like I said, this was filed by the Bloom firm. And then this is just additional paperwork. But, I mean, this is just a lot. I'm not gonna go into the other, we're gonna conclude this video for today, and we're gonna do part 2. We will cover what is happening with the other documents. We'll do that tomorrow, and I'll give like some more background as to what is going on with it, and like what she stands to gain. And because by tomorrow we will have we should have like some more things that have happened in court, and so we'll go more over what Rob's response was to, you know, her allegations and the beginning part of the lawsuit. We'll talk about what Rob said. We'll also go over the sanctions that the Kardashian clan wanted to impose upon Chyna, because they were trying to have sanctions, $1,250 sanction imposed against her for not turning in paperwork on time, for not turning in her interrogatories on time. So we'll go over all of that in part 2 tomorrow, because this has been already 2 hours, okay? But what do you guys think? Is he still civil court or criminal? It is still civil. It is still part of this complaint, but it'll be I believe, if I'm not mistaken, what I read earlier, it will be a separate case number. So the accusations and charges that she does allege in this complaint, it'll just be tried under another case number. And I believe this is still civil. It will still be a civil matter, but I will definitely look into that and provide a more solid, concrete answer to that tomorrow when we go over part 2. But this was a lot of reading. I appreciate your patience. Thank you guys for your comments. I see the comments in the chat. Thank you. Sugar B Zooster says, great show. Thank you so much. But it's a lot when we do these type of shows. It is a lot. It's a lot of reading. But then we'll do part 2, and then we'll actually break it down tomorrow, because we won't have as much to cover tomorrow. So we'll actually break it down. We'll talk about, you know, I hate this. I hate this freaking camera. And I have my lighting and my camera fixed tomorrow too, because I just have not fixed my settings. That's really what's going on with this. So I will fix my settings tomorrow. I will fix my camera tomorrow, so that you guys don't have to be dealing with this fading in and out. Because really all it is my camera. And whenever like I move and like I move around from the camera angle in the lighting, see, I make movements, and so I'll fix that tomorrow, and it won't be doing that as much. So we're a work in progress. We got to get it all, you know, we're going to get it all fixed and everything before we get on over there to the Roku. We're going to get it all fixed. I'm probably going to upgrade in my camera. I think that's what I'm going to be doing next. We have the sound figured out. So we'll probably be upgrading the camera and the light, and then we'll be good. Once I get that, You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I'm shit. So you guys, thank you for hanging in there. Again, I would like to thank our sponsor, Anal Acne Treatment, for sponsoring tonight's video. You guys be sure to like this video, share the video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you tomorrow, part 2. Bye.